doesn't say, go do that. God says, come and let's reason together. Come and let's reason together. I want you to buy into that which I want to do. I want you to be a part of what I am doing. Right? If God comes to you, wants you, it makes you to partner with what he's doing. You know, if you couldn't partner with what God wants to do with and through you, you cannot do it. God doesn't even work that way anyway. So it says if you be willing and obedient. Right? Not just obedient, you're not a robot. Be willing and obedient. You can't be willing unless you understand that which God is calling you to do. So the same way for us also, if we are working with people, it's not about just saying that go do this, go do this, go do this, without letting them understand and buy into the vision. As a leader, you sell the vision to the people. You are not, as a boss, a tyrant, you don't need to sell the vision, just tell them to do it. But if you're a leader, if you're a pastor, if you're someone, an under shepherd, under God, you will bring people to walk along with you, not you be a boss or a tyrant for them. If you're a tyrant, then you're a con artist, right? You don't even deserve to be in that position that you are in, because you're a con, right? You're a con, you're a swindler, right? Someone in God's stead does not use people, right? Someone in God's stead works with people, sells the vision to them so that they can of their own will decide to follow and buy into the vision. You can't force people to heaven. Only the devil forces people to hell. God wants you to buy into the vision of heaven. Right? And that's one of the things they get wrong on the pulpit. You know, I don't want to force people to heaven, force people to heaven. That's why you have a lot of sinners in the church. You can't even differentiate whether you're in church or something else. Right? Because you have supposed Christians stealing from the offering box. Because we force people. They've not had an encounter with Jesus. But it will force them to come along. Right? The only way to heaven is you got to have an encounter with Jesus. If you don't have an encounter with Jesus, just come to church will save you, right? To be one that God knows that you are his own, you must have an encounter with Jesus. So church is supposed to bring you to an encounter with Jesus. If you don't have an encounter with Jesus, you don't belong to him. Yes, you belong to your church, you have a church membership, but you don't belong to Jesus, right? But it's not even a Christian thing, you know, just using it as an example, right? Because I'm a pastor, so that's the best example